lads, the magic button has been pressed. We're officially recording a podcast with 3 people on Skype, so could get wild. But
good.
So on today's show, we've obviously got Chay Turner, James Swinden, and Chay Granby, aka Rocketman and Straightline. And I think before we get into things, I want to say it's really cool to have Chay back on because he was on the first ever episode, and this is the 10th, so it's the anniversary one, which is amazing. So
well done, you.
I know, right?
Well done, Chay.
I wouldn't have done it without you, Chay. It was a good kickstart that was.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, man, I can't believe we made it to 10, to be brutally honest with you. We'll pick this back up again if we make it to 20, but the way things are going, we probably will do, so rock and roll. Alright, to get started, I think it'd be cool just to do some really quick introductions. So, let's start with Bossman Chay. A quick introduction, who you are, what you do.
Okay, I'm Chay Turner, I own Cotic bikes, and I sponsor these 2 hooligans.
Yeah. Perfect. James.
Hello, I'm James Swinden, Swinny or Rocketman, and I ride for Cotic bikes. And yeah, Chay looks after me from that side of things.
And Chay.
Hello, I'm Chay Granby. I also ride for Cotic bikes. I've done for 3 years now, and it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood.
All good.
So, right, let's get into it, man. So, Chay, first thing I want to know is how did you come around to choose James and Chay to be your brand ambassadors and supported riders?
Ooh.
Well, like as Chay said, he's been with us since we started the team in 2013. And that came about because the new Rocket, as was then, it was out, and enduro was the new sport and the new thing, and the Rocket was going to be spot on for it. And I decided ludicrously late, like mid-March, that I wanted to do a team. And I was wondering where the hell I was going to find some riders, and then we were at a duel at Jack's, and just watching this lot throw themselves down the hill and just corner amazingly on wet grass, and I was just standing there going, there are 20 people in this field who are amazing riders. So I asked the mates racing guys, and a bunch of them responded, and Chay was one of them, and Loose Dog Lewis was the other one. They were the team for the first season. And then Loose Dog went off and rode for someone else, and Chay stayed with us for another. Well, this is the end of your 4th season now, mate, because it was 2013 season you started.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Swinny's been doing videos and riding sort of in the promotional stuff for ages. But you know, Rocketman in 2012 and Late for Work in 2011, I think. That was like the first he did.
Sounds about right.
Is that far ago?
He had short hair.
That was Joe Bowman.
Did have short hair.
Paying job.
It's back when he was good looking, wasn't it?
Yeah, boys.
Swinny was always off racing downhill, so we never had a bike or like an appropriate sort of setup to make it happen. But then this year he decided he'd had enough of that and he wanted to have a go at enduro, and so yeah, happy days. We put it all back together. The new bikes were coming out, so it all kind of came together at the perfect time, and it's been great.
Awesome. What were you doing before that then, Chay? Were you just riding anything? Or were you on another team?
No, I'd finished motorbike enduros probably 18 months earlier and decided it was really expensive and really dangerous and just getting a bit out of hand. Mm-hmm. And I'd got a mountain bike just to play about on. Then I did the Mega Avalanche the year previous, and I thought, well, that was a laugh. I got 80-something in the Mega without any training and just arsing about. I thought, well, I might try a British enduro, and I rode that year at Eastridge, and I think I came about 10th in the Masters.
Right.
I thought, well, that was all right. I've not done any training, so if I pull my finger out and do a bit of pedalling, I might be all right at this. So decided I'd do the following year as a full season and really train hard through the winter, which I started doing, and then that's when the mates race happened, and Si said, anyone fancy riding a Rocket? And
You were there?
yeah, that kicked the ball rolling, really.
Right.
I'd done a couple and done the mega.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he produced a bike the Wednesday before I went to the first race on the Friday. So I got 48 hours to put it together, having never ridden one before.
Right.
Take it to a national and try and do something with it.
Nothing like last minute, is there, Si?
No, nothing like. That was. Or as the saying goes, there's nothing like good preparation, and that was nothing like good preparation.
Yeah.
But actually, that's not true, Chay. You did race. You raced my bike when you broke your other one at one of the mates' races. I was out in the first round, and I was having a real struggle to stick the bike to the floor. And then you went out and shot down it and won the next 2 rounds and came over to me and said, "Oh, we should get some of these tyres. They're brilliant." And I'd been knocking around like it was on ice. I was standing there with my bruised ego, saying, "No, they're not brilliant. They're horrible tyres."
Right. So that's how Chay ended up on the team then.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And
it's worth pointing out, he did all right. He came second overall in that Masters season.
Wow.
Podium.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much every race, wasn't it? It was ace.
Yeah,
Good
I
lad.
had two fifths, and then the rest were all seconds, I think. So
Yeah.
killing
yeah,
it. Killing
yeah,
it.
podiumed. It was top 5 podiums, so I podiumed every race in the series. I was like, that'll do. Happy with that.
Awesome. And then obviously with James coming from a downhill background, so how did James end up on the team then?
Well, that's better ask him.
Yeah, James. Do you know how he ended up on this team, mate?
Not a clue, pal. Not a clue. Now, yeah, like Si said earlier, raced downhill for a fair few years, and Si was always
World Cup
he always
downhill,
backed
we must
me.
add.
Yeah, World Cup downhill. Sorry about that. Si always supported me throughout a lot of that and helped me out a lot. And part of this year was, in a way, to give something back.
Right.
I wanted to do well for him, to say thank you. I felt as though it was the time to come to enduro for me. I had a lot of injuries the last couple of years, and downhill was beating me up, costing me a fortune. And I wasn't enjoying riding my bike anymore, so I thought, we'll have a bit of time off, chill out, relax. Spoke to Si about coming on the team. He said yes, so we just went from there. Springboarded forwards.
Perfect. Just like that.
Well, it did all come together. It was just all quite fortuitous, really, because Chay was on his own last year because we were still in the process of trying to get the production on the full suspension bikes back up and running. And that all came together like last November. We got the Rocket 275s back in stock. So we were clearly going to go really full on for this season again because we had a bike back in production.
Yeah.
So we were looking for another rider right around the time when Swinney sort of mentioned that he was thinking about doing an enduro. So it did literally just drop absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
And actually, and 4 months before the season this time. So we did everything.
We were sort of prepared with a couple of injuries, though, didn't we? We weren't quite there,
really?
but
I had to get my Mrs. Jen is a physiotherapist, and she had to sort back out so he could actually walk again, let alone ride his bike.
Oh, yeah.
before
You know
he
what?
went
I
racing.
forgot about that. I totally forgot about your back. That's crazy.
yeah, she did a cracking job.
Sort of, we had this sort of tentative agreement that Swinney would race if he could actually ride a bike again. That was like sort of where we were at Christmas.
No, I remember, man. I totally forgot about that because the whole diet and stuff and everything. Right? Yeah. God, that seems like a long time ago now.
Yeah, it's flown by. It's been pretty crazy. I didn't think I'd be riding this much this year, so she's done a fantastic job. Thank you very much for that, Si. Cheers, pal.
No worries. Oh, well, it's Jen. Like, quick plug, best you can be physiotherapy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
best you can be
Get it
physiotherapy.
Official team physio, official Cotic Racing team physio.
I saw the blog that she
I'll-
did. That was pretty cool.
I'll vouch for that. She's very good.
Yeah, wow, what's she doing for you?
Yeah, my shoulder.
Right.
What had I done out of all the injuries? Can't just remember which one it was, but
You had a word with a tree when you zigged when you should have zagged.
yeah, that was it. Yeah, Steel City 2 years ago.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, no, it was last year. Sorry, it was last year. And it was Swinny's fault. He was going hell for leather down this track, and I was trying to keep up. And next thing, I rugby tackled a tree. Yeah, wasn't good, but never mind.
Never mind. Part of it, man. Part of it. So,
yeah.
Going to rewind a little bit. Sorry, but James, transition from downhill to enduro. Obviously, quite a big change. And how did you find it? Obviously, this year's been amazing because you've won the PMBA Enduro Series in the pro category, which is rad. So
cool, thanks.
It's kind of explains itself, doesn't it, a little bit? Because as for how did it go, it went good because you won a series. But how was it? How was the actual changeover to enduro from downhill?
It was a lot better than I thought. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. A lot of that's down to Chay. I went in not knowing what I was doing with it. It's just, as far as I was concerned, it was a race. You know, I had to go hell for leather straight out the gate. And Chay sort of talked me around a bit with that, saying, you know, we're here for a long ride, chill out a bit, let's just enjoy ourselves.
We had to rein you in, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely, quite a lot to begin with.
If only you'd gone to some of the downhill events.
Yeah, just a bit. I still have my moments every now and again. And
it was like taking a kid with me that had ADHD. It was a nightmare. couldn't get him to sit still or anything. It was horrendous. It's like, just chill out a bit. We're here for like 2 days, and there's 5 courses to learn, and you've just got to throttle back a little bit, else this is going to end in tears.
I think it's safe to say that was a bit of the issue with the downhill, weren't it? Is that it was maybe pushing a little bit hard and blowing a turn or a body part off.
Definitely. It was easy to. And like I say, coming over to enduro, I tried so hard and probably too hard to begin with. I wasn't up to fitness, and I needed Chay there to just chill me out and keep me mellow. And we've had an amazing year from that point of view. We've enjoyed riding. Well, I've enjoyed riding with you. I don't know about you, pal.
Yeah, I've loved every second. It's been a right laugh.
Good lad. So yeah, we've had good weekends, enjoyed ourselves, and the racing's it's just been calm and casual, and I've not felt like I've been stressed at all this year, which is amazing. And I've enjoyed racing again, which has been a long time since I can say that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Can I jump in with a question here? Because I'm interested, because I have a theory about this, and I'm interested to know whether it's true. Because like the thing with downhill is that like you're there for nearly a week, and it comes down to that 2 minutes, and I think that's the whole thing about the like so much pressure on that one perfect run.
Yeah.
Because you know the track, you know this, that, you know, like you know everything like almost too well. And with enduro, you do kind of, the nature of it means you have to relax. You can't learn all the tracks. You can't have the perfect run.
Yeah.
And you've got 5 goes at it. So if you make a bit of a mess of like a couple of corners on one stage, you've got another 4 to go. So it's like the pressure's off a little bit. Like that's my theory anyway. What was that?
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, exactly. Downhill, you know, you should know where you're going precisely, top to bottom.
Yeah.
And it is balls to the wall, hell for leather, perfection. And if you miss it up, you get hurt or something happens. So yeah, enduro. At the start, I was probably doing that, analysing every single corner, every tree root, rock, trying to where can I pick up, find a nice flow, you know, inside here. And it was taking us ages to get round the first time. And then, like I say, Chay just chilled me out, got me to relax. We just ended up riding. He rode one line, I rode another. That was it. Practice done. And on to racing. Yeah, I think you're right with that, though, Si. Definitely. From my point of view, that's how I felt with it.
I think I've got the same opinion, because obviously I've done a few downhill races in my time. Not many, I'll add. But one reason I didn't really like it is because you only get one run at the end of it all. And coming from like a motocross background, it's nice when you've got 3 motos and you've got 20 minutes plus 2 laps or whatever. So you make a mistake and you're like, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'll jump back on. Always got the next moto or whatever. Whereas, like you say, with downhill, it's do or die. A lot of pressure. Like I said, you're there for a week. So, like, pressure's mounting. All comes down to one run. Like, it's too much. Do you think it should be 2 runs or not? Downhill?
Nah.
No?
Nah. It loses excitement then. It's exciting sport.
But it's such a shame. Like World Champs this year is a good example. I mean, you've got it all comes down to the last. I think it was the last 2 riders. It must have been because Loic got a flat and then Aaron Gwynn just burst the tyre off. I think is that right?
It blew his wheel up, didn't it?
Blew his wheel up, yeah. And it's like, oh, that's that then. Oh well. But maybe that is the beauty of it. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'm kind of 50-50 on that, to be fair.
I think the thing with it is that downhill is a fantastic spectator sport.
Yeah.
Enduro is a fantastic participation sport.
Yeah.
That's the you've only got to see like just the how busy enduros are. They're just like they're wall to wall, regional up to national up to EWS. They're just always full. People just mad for doing them.
Yeah, they're not struggling for entries, are they, at all?
No, not at all.
But did you say? But like, I remember you saying, Chay, at the start of the season, you like Swinney's talking about like analysing all of these lines. I remember talking to you after the first couple of races and being blown away by what Swinney was picking up on the trail. So you definitely learned. So Swinney's saying like you like brought something, but you must have there must have been something go the other way.
Oh yeah, massive learning curve for me because I would have normally just set off down a track and ride it and look at a few lines and stuff, but he's off his bike dissecting every corner and a tree root and a stump and can we jump that instead? And I'm like, we're never going to get round this. Like, we've got ride 18 miles today and we're not even down the first one yet. It's like, yeah, so it's a massive grey area of how detailed you do each track. And like you said, we've bounced off each other with comparing lines, and we need to take a detailed look at this bit, or we just don't bother because we can ride it. You know, you're just going to ride it the same every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's been a massive learning curve for me as well, watching his daft lines turn out and me dragging him along so it don't go dark on us. There's a compromise.
Yeah, we had a couple, didn't we? It got a bit late on, and we were getting hungry and tired. And
probably you guys are the only guys heading out for practice with lights on in the morning.
Yeah.
Middle of May.
We need to get a light sponsor for next year.
Yeah. Lee Quarry springs to mind. That was it was like gone 5 o'clock and we'd still got 2 stages to look at. And I think officially practice might have already closed, and we were like heading off up yet another hill. It's like, this is getting a bit out of hand. It's dark. It was dark in the trees, and we stood there looking at a set of roots. Like, hang on a minute.
Brilliant. Oh well, you know, you two guys bring something different to the mix, and it seems to work. So
yeah. Going back to the enduro motocross comparison, it's a bit like, I've not done downhill for donkey's years, but the Steel City race.
Yeah.
It's so intense, 1 minute, 20 seconds, whatever it is.
And that's because it's full of your mates as well.
Yeah, there's that. But it's so intense and so detailed. Like it says, every rock, every bump, it's just inch perfect to get down that track fast.
Definitely.
And yet you get to an enduro and you can't be that you can't be that neat and tidy on 5 stages.
No,
it's just not possible. That are 5 to 10 minutes long.
The first time I raced Steel City, I missed a few for some reason. I think I was off doing whatever, selling vans in Poland or something. But I rode it with James like the night before, or maybe maybe 2 nights before. And I'd done a few runs on my own, and I thought, you know, I'm going down here all right. You know, going round some rocks here, there, and everywhere. But then I tried to follow James down. And like you say, it's insane, like the amount of different line choices and stuff like that. And then I was like, you know what, reality check, maybe I shouldn't be in the pro category this weekend. Because if that's what you need to do to go down fast, I'm not into it.
The detail's amazing, but that's
like
just
say 1 minute track, but you can make so much time up with just like a little bit of a cutty there or whatever.
I
guess that's
the knacker in 1 minute I think I've ever done.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Chase said, it's that intense, top to bottom. You just go in for it. It's like you hold your breath all the way down in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
And you get to the bottom and you're gasping,
And there's 10,000 of your mates there, all helping at you, and
come on, 10.
Yeah, there's some pressure.
10.
Cheers.
It's different because you're at the sharp end of it, but I love the fact that everyone's like it's the tunnel of noise all the way down. That's one of my favourite bits of it. But this year was really interesting. You're talking about that because I really didn't enjoy the run up this year. It really just got to me. Because I've been doing it for this my 4th year, and I've been slowly improving, and it's been helping me improve. Because like the first year, I couldn't even do the gap jump, and that sort of forced me to get like we're going to get over this, and it's been a massive thing about improving my riding. But this year, I really struggled with it, and I think it was because it was on the known track. Like last year, when they just like the night before put those cut lines in, and it was all like, there was just that shaggy, like jagged cut line round that berm over from the red to the black, and then back in and back on again. For me, it like kind of took all the pressure off, because it was like,
because it kind of made an open playing field.
Got like 2 goes at it. He had a rough idea, right? I need to downshift here and like try and get my bike turned, and that's about the best you can deal with it. Whereas this year, like you say, like these boys say, you're like there for 3 weeks before, like every single rock, and it just does your head in.
Yeah, for sure.
My head in anyway. I think I'm just going to watch and drink beer next year.
Yeah, I opted for that this year. To be honest,
sounds like a plan. That
should give it a go. So something else I wanted to find out and kind of ask you, Si, is how important are these 2 guys for sort of like developing new products, testing stuff as well as the season kind of goes along? I mean, have the bikes changed much from like the first round in March through to the last round a few weeks ago?
No, they've been brilliant.
Useless.
That point of view. No. The interesting thing is that we all get well, I don't know, we all do. I do. You get all excited when you see all of these prototype things on the when you're looking at the downhill, sort of pit bits from the downhill and the EWS and stuff like that. But it often blows away that people race prototype stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you're still testing it or you're not sure, then reliability isn't potentially ideal. So that doesn't, like, racing doesn't feel like the best place to be testing stuff if you're still like working it out.
Makes sense.
So these boys have been racing absolutely plain stock production bikes.
Right.
That's the thing. That's not true actually. There's one tiny change. There's one tiny change. Because these boys hit things so hard, they've got some shock mounts. They've got some slightly different shock mounts on them, which increases the progression rate on the frames.
Right. Okay.
That is the only thing. Like the bikes are plain stock, and to be honest, and apart from the fancy wheels that WTB gave us and the 4-pot brakes, it's basically the stock that they're racing, the stock kind of gold platinum build bikes that anyone can buy. It's it's all stuff that we sell.
Right. And if that's not an advertisement, I don't know what is.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we'll even sell you the WTB wheels now. We've got those. We do have option for them, but it's like basically they are production bikes. They have been doing testing for us because Swinny's been riding a coil shock because he just doesn't want, even though the air shocks would probably be okay, he doesn't want probably in his head. He just wants okay. So you've been running a coil shock, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But they have got involved in testing some of the prototypes that we've been doing, like some geometry prototypes that we've been mucking about with, and we've got some more stuff coming over the winter, which we're going to have a muck about with. But that's all out of competition. That's development.
Right. Okay. There you go. And do you guys play around with your bikes when you're at the races or anything? Do you help each other with it? Are you guys good at it? Because I know I'm awful at bike setup. You could give me anything and I just ride
it. We've both got our individual ways, haven't we? Yours is a lot stiffer than mine.
I was quite impressed how stiff James. This is gonna. I almost said I was impressed how stiff James's was the other day, but I've just said it anyway, Anna. But there we go. But yeah, when we did that bike check, I was pretty impressed how rigid the thing was.
Yeah, I'd like to stay on top of things. I don't like the suspension to be halfway down when I'm riding it. I like to, well, like we said earlier, the lines I take, I like to pop around on top of stuff, and if I need to pull up and hit a big gap, I'm always at the top of the travel, so I can just pop up and away we go.
I have changed mine, saying, having ridden his and tried it, I do run mine stiffer now from trying his. Because I used to like it, just nice and supple at the beginning of the stroke, but I've stiffened it up quite a bit to do the same, because I'm trying to follow his lines, and you just can't if you're in the holes. You need to be on top of them. So
so a bit more of a downhill setup, basically.
Yeah, I've gone the same way with it, but it's good. I like it now. It was weird at first, but it's good.
Cool.
Good to hear.
So, killer season. PMBA Enduro rounds. Obviously, James won, which is amazing, and Chay was super respectable 5th place.
Cheers.
You're welcome, mate. Si, is there any reason that you chose to send these guys to the PMBAs, or was it just those guys' choice where to go and what to ride?
We had a chat about it all between us at the start of the season, but we were all in agreement, to be honest. The thing that happened in the UK this year with UK Gravity Enduro finishing, and then the two supposed nationals, there was like British Enduro and UK Enduro. And I think UK Enduro folded, one or other of them folded. But anyway, there was two supposed national series, and because EWS isn't sanctioned by the UCI, which I wholeheartedly agree with, by the way, but you do run into these issues where, like, one guy just says, well, I've got the national series, and the other guy says, well, I've got the national series. So there was absolutely no point. It was going to be a huge amount of effort to do. We were never going to do both of them, because these boys, they race for me, but they're not employed by me. They've got their jobs. That you've got to be fair to them. In terms of time off. It's a lot of weekends to go racing.
Yeah.
So you can't go and do both series. And if you do one series, national series, you're going to end up trucking all over the country and off on a Friday and all of this kind of stuff. So it's a massive commitment. And at the end of it, even if you did well, you can't even really say you're the national champion, because there's some other bloke who's won the other series saying he's the national champion. So it's just completely devalued the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Chay had done a couple of the PMBAs the previous season and just said they were really well organised, like really good level, really varied. And so it just seemed like that was the series that had its shit together most, to be quite honest.
It
actually meant something.
It is a really good series. They've got everything throughout. If you do the whole series, there's every variation going, different types of race. We did that uplift one at Nar Bike Park, not uplift walk up job, but you do absolutely every aspect of mountain biking throughout the series, which is how it should be, isn't it?
And it's all kind of like Si said. It's kind of within 7 rounds, which isn't a crazy amount of weekends to be away riding your bike. I mean, it's a good thing to be away riding, but you don't want to be like you do. So you said you don't want to be doing it every weekend because you just burn out.
Yeah, exactly.
So chance of injury is obviously higher too, isn't it? So.
Well, also the other thing with the PMBAs, the way they run is that generally it's like you practice Saturday and then race Sunday, or even if it's a 2-day one, they say, right, it's no practice, it's just Saturday Sunday. Whereas like in previous years when Chay was doing the UK series, he was off on a Thursday night or a Friday morning to get 1-2 laps in on the Friday, get another one in on the Saturday, and then it would be qualifying on the Saturday afternoon and then racing on Sunday. So it's a lot of time and effort, particularly if you're like trucking off down to Triscombe or somewhere like that. Up into Scotland, it's a hell of a commitment to do all of that. And like I say, just like with the national series, it just didn't seem like there was any use making that level of effort.
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? Do you find that with did you find that with enduro as well, Shay, that you truck all over the place to ride your bike and it just becomes a bit of a chore at some point?
Yeah. It was. I did the British Enduros for like 5 years, and it just got ridiculous. Top of Scotland, and the money was just obscene.
That's it, innit? Yeah, exactly.
By the time you've had time off work and diesel, and it just got mental. It'd be like 500 quid a round.
Yeah.
It was mad.
Yeah,
and,
I think that's why a lot of people are transitioning from like motorcycle enduro and motocross into mountain biking, because obviously it's not a ton cheaper, but there's definitely some cost savings there. There's loads of people getting into it, loads and loads. Massive influx of motocross guys going quite fast on mountain bikes. It's quite cool.
It's cool.
But then on the flip side of that, they have you boys went up and did the Tweed Love Triple Crown events, didn't you? Or you did a couple of them, didn't you? When they were big. They were big ticket events, but then they were international, weren't they? They felt like they were worth it.
Yeah, they're very good events. Really like those.
Did you do those this year?
Did
you do Tweed Love this year?
Yeah, we did it this year.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. What was the first one called? Tweed Love. What was it? What's the first round called? Forget.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, Hallelujah.
Right.
And then it was Tweed Love, and then it was King and Queen or something. The third one, we didn't go to that.
Okay.
But
and get on all right at those ones? How did it go?
First one. Well, they don't have a pro category, so you're in age group. And now I'm old and cronky. I'm in the vets. So, first one I won the vets by quite a good margin because I don't know, just did. So yeah, something like that. So yeah,
it's because you're young for the vets. Is going on for that one if they've not got a pro category.
Yeah, really enjoyed that anyway, but then won it and loved it. Tweed Love. First day went brilliantly, and I was in the same situation, leading the vets with a decent lead. And then I had a bit of an issue. Shimano had worked on my bike on the Saturday night, and I don't know what they'd done, but my mech fell off Sunday morning as soon as I got on my bike. So that ruined that result. So Tweed Love went out the window from. So I won the first one, was comfortably in the lead on the second one, and then DNF'd it. So to say I spat the dummy out was an understatement.
I wasn't going to mention it.
4 days in Scotland for no result whatsoever. I was gutted.
Man. That sucks. It's part of it, though.
I did offer my mech hanger to him.
Really?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, wanted to get him round, but he said no.
Yeah. Because you were playing with some of the international guys on that one, weren't you? In the seniors, weren't you, Twinny? On that one.
Yeah.
What did you think of the level on that one?
It was a strange one. I didn't feel like it was as big a race as what it was. Like I said earlier, we just went out and we had some fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We rode a couple of days, and then we were racing the same tracks, and it was just really enjoyable. Happened to be getting quite good results on it. It was just a shame I put myself on the floor a couple of times.
Yeah. He's learned nothing. I tell you, he's learned nothing.
I'll get it one day.
It's good though. You go up there with a chill vibe, and then the results just follow, don't they? Really.
This year has been unbelievable racing from that point of view for me. Yeah. I haven't felt as though we've been at a race all year. We've just gone to ride a bike somewhere. It just so happens we've got times behind it.
Yeah, we're just going to have fun and figure stuff out along the way, and then the results come from that really, rather than going with big worries about it's a race and we've got to do well. Yeah. Even at the last round, when we knew what we had to do to get the results we needed, it was still just went and had a laugh, rode our bikes, looked at a few lines. Don't worry about it. We can do this. It's all right.
I saw James the night before he set off, I think, and there was no pressure at all. Did a little workout. Yeah. Everyone, we were good. We're just chilling. Go for a ride. See what happens.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just we're going to Lake District to ride our bikes. What can be better than that?
Yeah.
The fact it's a race. Who cares? We're going to the lakes.
Yeah,
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rad. So let's cast our minds back a little bit to the first round. It was at Gisborne. Don't know if you remember your results, but I wrote them down, believe it or not. So James won. So first, would that be your first enduro as well? Proper one?
No, I did one a few years ago with our good friend Joe Bowman.
Oh, right.
Up at Hamsterley.
Oh, I was there that weekend. It's like Arthur Sheffield was there for that weekend. It was
really.
Everyone seemed to turn up. It was a strange one. We kind of minced our way around that. Didn't really pay too much attention and ended up with a 10th place.
Oh, rad. Nice one.
Which was pretty cool. But yeah, that was a few years ago. That now, wasn't it?
It's 2012.
What year that was? Yeah.
Okay.
And haven't done one since then. So this year.
So you weren't a virgin going into Gisborne Forest, but
no,
you weren't a virgin, but it was okay. But you did well anyway. You won it. Did you guys see that Danny Hart is now involved in? Where did you say then before? I've had a mind blank.
Hamsterley,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
What's he doing? Is he collecting car parking money or something?
Brilliant. Well, to be honest, I don't actually know what he's got involvement-wise, but it seems that he's involved these days, so pretty cool.
Put some money into the uplift and the downhill trails, I think.
Is?
Yeah, sort of turning it into trying to do something a bit more with it. But no, it sounds pretty cool because like Sam, the demo man's from up that way, and that was one of his first ports of call when he started getting out on the road with the bikes. And he said there's like a really good scene up there.
There is a good scene up there. Yeah, I was up there yesterday visiting shops, and every shop I walked into sort of mentioned it. Have you seen, blah blah blah? I was like, yeah, that's cool. It's really good for the local area. So yeah, rad. Good on you, Danny. He's obviously got some good business manager there or something,
Cool.
Yeah. So Gisborne Forest, round 1, James won it. Chay got 7th, which is pretty good. Is there anything you remember from Gisborne?
It was a surprise.
Was it?
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect going into it. Chay sort of dragged me around, like we said earlier, and we ended up doing pretty well. So it was all a bit of a surprise to me. But it was good weekend. I enjoyed it. First real test of being on the bike. I remember it being a slog. Especially, was it first stage or second stage? It was just, it was flat and wet, and you had to bloody pedal to get through it.
Really?
And, but it was good fun. I enjoyed it. Had a great laugh.
Good.
Yeah.
There you go. That was round 1. Round 2 was at Grisdale, which it looks like you might have missed.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was Steel City weekend.
Yes, it was.
Right.
And I'm afraid there's a lot of beer to drink after Steel City, so we didn't go.
And before.
Yeah, we didn't even bother.
Stuck her on the podium for Steel City, though, so we kept the run going.
Oh, that's true.
We did, that was it. 2 from 2 with that, wasn't it?
Good effort.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And you didn't ride Chay because you're injured?
No, Steel City, I was 4th.
You were 4th, weren't you?
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
There was 3 world-class riders on the podium, and then I was the best of the rest. is how I see it.
Don't do yourself injustice.
P.T. Craig and Swinney on the podium. I'm like, well, they deserve to be there. That's the correct order, isn't it? Correct, or maybe not correct order, but correct people.
You walked into the Cotic pit after that run, just looking like punch drunk, like a bit spaced out. You're just like going, oh my god, I don't think I braked once all the way down that.
Yes.
I think it was just
yeah.
I've never seen you like that at a race, because normally you're like up or down, but you were just like not even comprehending what had just happened. It was wicked.
No, it was like it was in fast. My run was like in fast forward. I scared the wits out of myself, and then but it worked. Yeah,
definitely full commitment.
Yeah, something like that.
Laurie Greenland style. That run was amazing at World Champs. God.
Yeah, too right.
Oh,
yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah,
so
that
good.
was something else, wasn't it?
So good. So round 3 was at Lee Quarry.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Yeah.
Lee Quarry. What was Lee Quarry like?
Yeah, it was 20 odd miles and it was really hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of folks struggling just to do the mileage to get round because it was so hot.
Right.
Yeah, that was the one where we were still practicing Saturday night at 7 o'clock. It was
Oh, was it?
ridiculous. Yeah,
Just trying to get out of the heat.
still driving because it was such a long way around. On the Saturday, you could drive to the different places.
Oh,
It was
really?
at like 3 different venues. Yeah, so you could drive to them. So it was just a big day driving around, trying all these tracks, and then
So
Got,
James ended up winning that one.
yeah.
we got good bit of practice. We got chased down the hill by a dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wild dog
yeah,
on stage 3, I remember. Chased us.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whose that was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Famous, isn't it?
yeah.
Was it
Black
you?
Labrador. There's a black Labrador on the track. The marshals went spastic. I don't know whose it was.
Well, he must have done a good job because he got 3rd anyway, Shay, which is amazing.
Yeah, I was scared to death of it. It just ran after me all day.
Yeah.
So
All day Sunday. Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was a big old loop that. It was tiring. I remember throwing up at the end of it at the final stage.
What?
Worn out.
Yeah.
I don't take water with me when I ride.
Okay.
One of the
hang on.
reasons is
Why?
the shot gets in the way.
Right.
So, I can't have one. The other reason is I don't actually like to drink on the way around. I prefer to drink a load before and then drink a load after.
even if it's 25 miles and 30 degrees,
I was
you
gonna
didn't
say.
want to drink.
No exceptions to that rule. Just that's how you do
No, it makes me thirstier, so I just not bother.
it. Right.
I would like to point out at this point that you can actually get a water bottle on his bike if he's not riding a massive coil shot with an enormous piggyback reservoir on it.
Yeah. Or wear a camelback.
You can try and wedge a Capri Sun in there or something.
Yeah.
Capri
Excellent.
Sun
Cool.
taped to the handlebars, full enduro.
I think we just started a trend on this.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea, actually.
It's not, is it? I love that.
Yeah,
one.
Capri Sun on one side and a Saurine the other side. That'd work.
Like Velcro them to the sides of your helmet. So you just grab them on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So enduro, a GoPro, Saurian, and a Capri Sun.
To keep it all balance.
They're all going to be doing it.
Yeah. So
Go on, sorry, Shay.
yeah, it was a good weekend, that one. Really hot, really good
Yeah.
event. Loved it.
I'm not entirely sure where Lee Quarry is.
Burnley?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's between Burnley and London Bridge. It's Lancashire. It's like East Lancashire.
Yeah.
Okay.
We rode Lee Quarry. We went across to Cock Hill as well, it's called. There's a bike park on the back of Cock Hill. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, we did a few stages in there as well. That was
That's pretty
greasy, jumpy stuff.
cool. Right.
and a fair.
Okay. Right. All in the same
Yeah.
event though. So there's one over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was
Driving
20 odd
between.
miles round because we basically rode to a different venue. So,
It's like having one at Park Hill. Not Park Hill. What's it called?
Parkwood.
Parkwood, and then around at Lady Canning's or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then one back in Grenna.
Do you guys travel to the races together then? Do you just jump in one van? Is that what you're usually doing?
Yeah, I set off nice and early, get to Chase pronto, perfectly on time every time.
It's been late all year.
I was gonna
Every
say,
Saturday
not
morning.
the most punctual person I've ever met in my life.
No. Be at mine at 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Yeah, all right. And at 10 past, my phone goes, I'm just leaving my house, which is 45 minutes away. So, nice one. Maybe we're not going to be in the lakes by dinner time, then.
Still working on his van in the morning.
Yeah.
At least he's
probably.
consistent because he's been an hour and a half late to every single one, so he's
Yeah.
all right.
I was early on the last round.
It's because you
Yeah,
want to get up there and
maybe.
get it won and get home.
I didn't want to
something
get
like
told
that.
off again. He has a right moan at me.
Yeah, instead of good cop, bad cop, it's more dad and son.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think we've been freaking a few people out with that actually.
It's quite funny.
Have you answered that somewhere public? Have you? Like, this is my son.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Signing
He
on.
shouts "Dad!" He shouts "Dad" all the time. Dad, what about this?
It's amazing.
I don't know. I don't know, son. Just make it up as you go along. I don't know.
Brilliant.
Oh,
round 4.
So,
Braithwaite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That done me out of that one.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a hissy fit.
Is that because you
that
got
was
second?
the one with the? Yeah, partly for that.
Okay.
There was an uphill pushing it. We had to get off and run.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
should be good at that now, dude. We've been running hills for a few months.
Well, yeah, I should have done that ages ago. It'd have been all right then.
But you were slacking
no,
then.
I was not happy about that.
Okay, so it's right in the middle of the event. There's an uphill run.
it was the end,
last-
right near the
last
end of
stage.
stage 5,
Oh, man.
and you came down to the bottom of this bank, and there was nothing for it. You had to just practically pick your bike up and try and run up this really steep bank. And I know in enduro they've got to try every aspect of riding bikes and chuck lots of different things in, but I've not been a runnerist for 10 or 15 years. So. So yeah, I wasn't too impressed either. But
I took the piss that. I wasn't happy about that.
So Ian,
It was a good event though. There were good stages. It was a good laugh. It was.
So the guy who beat you, Ian Ostermule, was a runner.
Yeah.
Like Usain Bolt up that
He
hill.
must have been. He must have been. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it looked like it.
we should have got.
I had a
Yes,
couple of
difference.
mechanicals at that one actually, so I'll let him have it.
Do you keep a track of the points as the season goes on, James, or not, or Shay?
No.
no.
No. I know. To be honest, I knew the answer to that question because I speak to James a lot, and I knew he didn't know.
But to be honest, you couldn't until like round 6 anyway, because the other cool thing with PMBA is that it's like a best 5 of 7.
Ah, okay.
So until because these boys missed a couple of rounds for holidays, and then and obviously other people won those and things like that. So we didn't actually know what was going on with the overall until round
Good
6
point. Yeah.
was over and done with.
Good
So you just
point.
had to try and keep winning stuff, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you get a general idea of where you are, but nah, I didn't really keep track all this time.
Very good. Best way. So
Yeah.
Kiritri missed that one. It looks like both of you, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Away on
Yeah.
holiday.
Okay.
I think it was in Italy at that point.
Oh, that place. You mean the one with the drunken video?
No, that was
that Spain?
no. What drunken video? I don't know what you mean. That's Sir Pete's fault. That is for
Is
getting his drinking game on one evening. Yeah,
Sorry, we don't have to.
I went from stone cold sober to absolutely paralytic in an hour and a half, and needed carrying home. And it's such. I'm blaming Steve Pete for that. Anyway.
And then in round 6 was at Nar Bike Park. We had Ben on the show a few weeks ago, probably a month ago actually now, thinking about it. Obviously he's put a lot of work into that place, a lot of runs, but how was it to run an enduro with the push-up?
I was quite worried about 260 odd riders all being within 200 yards of each other. You don't really go anywhere because all the runs are at the side of each other.
Yeah, they're quite short, aren't they? Maybe a minute.
Yeah, 30 some seconds, the shortest one.
Okay.
And I was like, we're just going to be in one big traffic jam all day.
Yeah.
But as it happened, we all spread out between the 6 stages, and at the same time, everybody started together. So we all rotated evenly around the 6 stages. So
Okay.
there was a bit of a delay in the middle of the day. Some chap had to get airlifted, so everybody stopped, spread out again, and then started again. And for the second half of the day, we barely queued, did we? We were just we'd get to the top of the stage, and there'd be like 4 people waiting. They're like, right, you can go. So hang on a minute, I want a breather. So yeah, the format surprisingly worked really well. I was amazed.
That's good.
Was that the one
definitely.
with like 18 stages or something like that?
Yeah, there were 6 stages, all really short ones. We did 3 laps of it, so there was 18 stages.
Whoa.
So,
tiring or not? Because was the walk up pretty like a
well, the walk up path was just a short, steep footpath that you had to walk up. And we walked up it 18 times in the day. It's like, well, no, more than that, because we'd done 2 runs of practice in the morning, so that's 20 runs, and we'd had the day there the day previous.
God.
I don't know how many runs. Did we do 10 or 12 runs that day?
Yeah, we
walked up this hill. Yeah, I was fairly over it by Sunday evening. I have to say, I didn't want to walk any further.
sort of similar feel to Steel City and how intense it was with being so short.
Yeah,
that's it. 30 seconds. It was a sprint, and you just had to go for it every run. And like Chase said, there were no time at the top. Whenever we got there, we could have gone straight away if we'd wanted. So it was tiring from a different point of view to other ones. They were good fun. I enjoyed it. Right, good laugh.
Like Shay said, it's different. Isn't it?
It was.
Yeah, definitely different.
Definitely different. And then, last but not least, round 7 at Grasdale, not that long ago, which was the final, and James went into it with a little bit of pressure.
Ooh.
Potentially, maybe not a lot because he didn't think about it so much, but yeah, came away with the big W. But was it a smooth going day or?
It was. It was a difficult weekend, that, wasn't it, Jay? We started on possibly the wettest stage, practicing on the Saturday.
Yeah,
and
Jesus.
It was just deep, sodden grass. And you were really struggling in places. It was
right.
It was
just
tough.
no momentum, just sucking all the speed away.
Yeah, well, it forecast to be biblical rain, and we were like all prepared to get absolutely wet through anyway. And we got there, and it was nice blue skies, wasn't it? But it had been raining quite heavily, obviously, because we get to the top of the first stage, and by the time we're at the bottom of it, we were absolutely drenched and black. Yeah. It's like, what? We just ridden down a river.
Right.
It was horrendous. So
that was Saturday practice, and then Sunday kind of.
Yeah,
bit.
You could only practice 4 and 5 on Saturday.
Okay.
So, and then you had to do 1, 2, and 3 on the Sunday morning before the event.
Ah, okay. Right.
So, yeah, we had a bit of practice of them too.
Yeah.
We did a lot of miles, didn't we, that Sunday?
Yeah, I struggled definitely on the Sunday with the weather being so beautiful and all the riders washing all the water off the track. It went from quite grippy, wet conditions to just soggy mud, and it was tacky, and it started to drain your energy, and everything got a bit slippier. And yeah, after doing that mileage in the morning, and on top of that, I started to struggle a bit in the afternoon. I don't know about you, pal, but I struggled a bit in the afternoon.
You're not as fit as me, are you? That's trouble.
That's it, obviously.
I'm not laughing because it's not true at all. I'm laughing because of how you got it in there. Yeah. Beautiful.
Stage 4 for me couldn't have gone any worse, actually. I had a few crashes, but it is what it is. It was a tough weekend, but we came out all right.
Well done for getting the win, dude. And Shay, you ended up 5th overall, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, 5th on the day, 5th in series, so.
You got to be stoked with that, Si.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier. Yeah, two Cotic jerseys on the podium on the race and the overall. I mean, yeah, awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the first series win that we've had as a company, and it's the second series podium for Chay because he was 2nd overall in the UK Enduro in the first season. And I mean, I've not. It's funny how quickly you get used to it, but like 4 or 5 races, and they just kept sending me pictures on a Sunday night of them standing on top of the podium. I can't remember what it was. It was when we had a sort of bit of an end of season sort of next year planning couple of beers a few weeks ago. And Swinney was saying like, I'm gutted about Chay, dropping out of Tweed Love, and I thought, that's really considerate. That he said, yeah, because like he was on that would have been our perfect season. Like, apparently,
we would have podiumed every race.
Wasn't one on the podium.
No way.
That's because of
bloody hell, Shay.
And he was on for the win when he dropped out. And it was
no.
I'd sort of not paid that close attention to it. I said, that's an amazing season.
It is. So, when you get all those photos coming through, I must admit you're always pretty proud. Shay was sending them me after the event. I'm like, yes, go on, boys.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cool.
And it's been amazing from the point of view of, it takes the pressure off me a little bit, because I sort of run the team, and I sort of go out to the sponsors, and this year's the first year since we've been running the team that we've actually had a pretty major co-sponsor. Because WTB, we've been working with them on the specking out the production bikes, started working with the plus tyres, and then just started riding the regular stuff, and things move on, and they're really great guys. And I just approached them at the start of the season saying, would you be interested in helping us out with a few tyres or something like that? And we showed them some of the videos and what we were planning to do, and they came back to us and basically said full ticket. So we've had tyres coming out of our ears all season. Yep. They've had race wheels, training wheels. When wheels have inevitably got wrecked in racing, we've got replacement rims the following week. They've been absolutely amazing. I'm thinking, bloody hell, this is quite a lot of. They're a big famous company, and they're. And then then you just send in their marketing guy pictures of them on the podium every other weekend.
Yeah, it's awesome for sure.
I met Yaroslav, the European marketing manager at Eurobike, and said, and he was just absolutely stoked on the whole season, just everything, all the fact that we put it all on the social media and the results, and they absolutely love it. So it's been superb, really.
And your customers like to see it too, don't they? Let's be honest. It's just good marketing in general.
Yeah, it is. It's really good. It's really good. It shows, it's sort of, particularly having been out of production with the bikes for a couple of years, to come back into it, to get really good reception with the bike launch, and then to be able to go into the season and people see them out there being ridden, and these guys are, obviously it's good because people see them being ridden hard, and these guys are, they're good guys. They're great ambassadors as well. That's the great thing about the PMBAs as well, is it's not like the EWSs where everyone's either a full-on racer or a wannabe racer and wants everything for free. These are, they're racing with the guys who are actually buying this stuff.
That's it.
That's really important. It's been brilliant, really. Couldn't be happier.
Awesome. So have you had really good response from all of the sponsor stuff for next season? What have you guys got planned for next season? Are you allowed to say?
No, we've not approached anyone. We've not approached anyone new, but obviously we talked to you guys, about carrying on, which would be great. Like I say, WTB are happy to carry on,
Awesome.
And I've not spoken to anyone else. Basically, everyone else who's involved in the team were sort of supporters, so they would we got deals on kit rather than full sponsorship.
Yeah.
Everyone's been pleased.
Awesome.
I think the only thing that might change is we're doing some testing with the X Fusion shocks this winter, because this season the boys were running the Cane Creek shocks and the X Fusion forks, which is what we spec on the bikes. But X Fusion are interested in giving us a full ride next year on suspension, but obviously it's got to be front and rear. It's got to be the whole ticket. So we've got one of the. In fact, you raced that Vector coil at the last round, didn't you?
Yep. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so we've got their coil shock, their top of the range coil shock on test, and we're going to do a bit of work with that over the winter. And but it depends on whether they. Swinny's loving it. We just got to see whether Shay gets on with it, really. But at the end of the day, it's sort of a balance, because I'd rather put the guys on. I'd rather put the guys on something that they're comfortable with and they're going to race well with, than just get something that they're not so comfortable with, but it's free.
Yeah, so, definitely. Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.
You'll get an invoice at end of month.
So that's how I've always run the team. Really, tried to. But yeah, no. I mean, the big thing for next season, really, we've been chatting about. It would be a similar approach for all of the rounds, but obviously now we've got the whole range of bikes. Then we've got wheel sizes to consider over the winter and which way we're going. So there's a bit of time testing to be done.
Okay. Interesting. That's what I was going to ask you two guys as well. Actually, it's coming into winter. It's time to either knuckle down or just hit the beers. So which one are you going with?
It's got to be knuckle down.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah, there isn't any time for having. Someone asked me a couple of years ago, when do you start training for like the following season? Well, you just don't stop because you've just got to keep going, sort of thing.
Keep going with them. Same with you, James,
definitely.
right?
Yeah, for me it's a year-round thing. I have breaks here and there from it and enjoy myself and drink and eat too much, like I'm sure Chay does and Si and Davey yourself do. But we're all got to have those moments of just relaxing and then just hit it hard again, go at it, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So through winter, a bit of testing, plenty of riding. And that'll do it.
Yeah, definitely. Keen on the testing for this year. Like Si said, we've got the full range to have a go at. So we've been talking a bit between ourselves, me and Chay, about just a few ideas, what we want to do, what we want out of the bike for next year. And hopefully the testing will go well and we'll come to a conclusion that will suit ourselves as needed.
Right. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, we like to try and keep these episodes at around an hour, and we're hovering around there, to be honest. So before we wrap up, though, is there anything you want to say about the season, either of you guys, or any thank yous we need to get out of the way? We can go around in a circle if you want, really quick.
Cheers, Si. That'll do.
There you go.
Basically that from me as well. Cheers, Si. I've got a hobby of mountain biking, but it's so much more to have a company like rely on me to advertise their product. You put so much more effort in than I would if it was just me riding my bike. It's tenfold that someone's relying on me to advertise their product. So I just put so much more effort in than I would do if it was just for myself. And that's because of Si. So cheers, Si. It's brilliant that he trusts in me to advertise his product, in return for which I put some graft in.
Awesome.
try and get results.
No, I really appreciate that, and it's right back, and it works the other way because I can't be asked to do all the graft, so I really appreciate all the work that was put into to make my bikes look good. I just get the kit in and sign the checks. That's the easy bit. But it's wicked having the guys racing and making us look good, really. Just massive thank you to the Hookit guys and I've mentioned WTB and the other, all the other, X-Fusion, Cane Creek, all the other sponsors who've been on board and helped us out this year, because it's been because it all helps on a little team, and we hope that by standing on podiums every few weeks it helps everyone.
For sure. Gives us something to post on Instagram, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Right, so let's try and wrap up, but again, sorry, but before we do, Si, we've never done this before, but we've got a bit of a special offer on, haven't we? Which is we're going to announce on the podcast. So if that's all right, I'll let you take over with what you guys have got going on at Cotic this month in regards to a joystick build.
Yeah, well, we've been stocking the joystick builder bars, and we've got just had a delivery of a nice box of the joystick grips to go with them. So if you buy a Cotic mountain bike this month, you can get those as a free upgrade. So that's the builder bars and the nice joystick grips. There you go.
There you go. First ever offer we've done on this thing. Rad. Let's see if anyone takes it up. That'd be pretty cool. Right. Last but not least, social media links. where can people find out more about Cotic and you guys as well, really? I'll do yours if you want, James.
Cheers, pal. I'm going to say.
Do you fancy doing mine as well, Davey?
Yeah, maybe. We can talk. We can discuss. Usually paid in beer.
Fair enough.
Go on, Si, after you, mate.
Yeah, so we're Cotic Ltd on Facebook, Cotic Ltd on Twitter, and Cotic Bikes on Instagram, and cotic.co.uk if you want to actually look at the website and buy things.
Mint. Chay?
Excellent.
Chay Granby on Facebook, Chay Moose on Instagram.
Sound. James?
That's me.
You know mine, pal, better than I do. I ain't got a clue, mate.
At JP Swinney on Instagram.
That sounds
on
right.
Facebook. I don't know his face. I don't know your Twitter.
Yeah. For those who have no idea what's going on, Swinney subcontracted his social media activities to Davey about 4 months ago. So
Yeah, I did, yeah. Maybe I should explain that. So yeah, I look after James's Instagram and social media stuff. We do it both together now, to be fair. It's not all me. But
I'm getting a bit more involved.
I just figured it'd be a little bit beneficial, especially when you started winning rounds, that you maybe shouted about it a little bit more. And it also comes back. It comes back to us. It comes back to Si. It comes back to the other guys which are involved as well. So it's good just to we all muck in, don't we, and help out. You know, it's not.
Instagram's better for him, isn't it? Because he can't spell. He just has to take pictures and post them. It's like Facebook. He has to write words, and that's not good. On the way home from racing, I have him practicing spelling his name on a pen and paper.
Yeah,
it's quite good. He's getting the hang of it.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm good at drawing underlines now.
Awesome, guys. Well, it's been cool to sit and have a chat. Yeah, thanks again. Thanks for a rad season. You guys have been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. Looking forward to next season already.
Yeah, just
let's wrap this thing up. Let's go get some food.
Yeah, thank you.
Mate.
Cheers,
boys.
thanks a bunch, guys.
Have a good
Take
evening.
it easy. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.